I really don't want to speak on this topic.
Oh, all of a sudden you don't want to speak now, huh? Don't worry. I'll get it out of you.
I understand that. I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't really feel like it's smart for me to comment on something without a lawyer present because it's just going to continue to get twisted up.
Twisted up? Continue to get twisted up? Okay, now the gaslighting starts.
It's Jaunti, boy.
The scary thing about life is that there are some people really waiting for you to make a mistake or to fail just to prove to themselves that they're not alone. You got people out here who's waiting on your downfall just to say, I told you so. And these are some of the same people who we don't even want to see go through what they're going through, but they're sitting by and they're waiting on you to fail just so they wouldn't be so alone in their own misery. I want you to really pay attention to your circle, pay attention to your family, pay attention to the people you lay next to in the goddamn bed, pay attention to the dog. A dog will even turn on your ass and bite you if you're not paying attention. Pay close attention to the people that just waiting on standby for you to fuck up just so they can feel better. Watch who you love.
Okay, guys, I had no idea I was going to come out with this video. This is a sequel to my last video about a certain someone named Asa Blanton, if I'm saying the name right. Could care less. She came out with a video on TikTok about Beyonce's country album, Cowboy Carter. She stated that if you're black, you're not country. And there are some people who think otherwise, that what she said was completely not racist. She was just stating her own opinion. You're right. It is an opinion, a stupid one. Because how are you going to insult and degrade an entire race of people? Well, you're saying you're not black, you're not country. You're basically saying no matter who you are, if you have a piece of black blood within you, you are not country. How would you feel if a black person would have said, if you're white, you're not hip hop? And there's a lot of non-black artists in the hip hop genre. But not to get off topic, apparently she came out with an apology video, and I tried to find it. I can't find that anywhere. I'm not even sure if she did release an apology video, but I did go on TikTok to see if I could find her account. That's been shut down. Apparently there's someone on YouTube who actually called her personally just to get some information, just to get some answers about why she posted that video. So we're gonna look into it and see exactly what's going on here. So maybe we get some answers out of her.
Everybody meet Asa. Now Asa has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. And I got her on the phone. But let me break down why she went viral in the first place before we get into that. She said, I'm sorry, if you're black, you're not country. I know you were raised in the country, or your grandparents were, but they was picking okay. They wasn't planning. They wasn't making money. They were getting sold for money. All of that because Beyonce dropped the country album. Now, I tried to call her daddy.
Hey, this is Donovan. Sorry, can't take your call right now. Leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you.
And her mama.
This is Sonia. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye.
But they were smart enough not to answer. Let's see how smart you are.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Is this Asa?
Asa, okay, that's how you pronounce her name. I thought it was Asa.
Who's calling?
Well, hello there. Now, I immediately brought up her viral video.
About the current situation and everything that's going on. Obviously, I know you're fully aware of it.
I really don't want to speak on this topic.
Oh, all of a sudden you don't want to speak now, huh? Don't worry. I'll get it out of you.
I understand that. I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't really feel like it's smart for me to comment on something without a lawyer present because it's just going to continue to get twisted up.
Twisted up? Continue to get twisted up? Okay, now the gaslighting starts. How do we get your words twisted up? You went straight to the point. You hit us with a direct attack. You basically stated that if you're black, you're not country. Like you cannot be black and make country music. That's basically what you're saying. That's literally what you said. And on top of that, you brought up Beyonce's grandparents about how they weren't making any money by picking in the field, being sold for money. You basically stated the horrific events of slavery. Are you saying we getting that twisted up? Wow, I guess the gaslighting starts, huh?
What would get twisted up?
The story.
What about the story would get twisted?
The entire thing, just like everything else has gotten twisted so far. I just don't feel like I need to comment on it anymore because it just keeps getting twisted, and I just don't feel the need to comment on it anymore.
Getting twisted. How was that? Because in this moment, you thought you were putting black people in their place.
Why do you feel like black people can't do country music?
No comment.
Okay, let me ask you this. Since you don't want to comment on anything, do you feel like people are upset for a good reason?
Rightfully so, yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, people are upset for the wrong reason because the story continues to get twisted up.
What?
So I'm not going to comment on the story.
Wow, she's a big walking contradiction. You just stated we have a great reason to be upset at what she's just said, but at the same time you're saying that we got it twisted up. That's like an oxymoron. That doesn't make any sense. See, that's where the gaslighting starts. I don't like that. It's like you're trying to manipulate us by saying that you say something completely racist, but you expect us to not get upset about that. You expect us to accept it as the truth, which is completely idiotic for you to even think that way.
Anyway.
So let me get this straight. People were upset for the wrong reasons because you said that black people weren't country and that they were picking cotton, not making the money.
Can you tell me what people have been trying to twist the story on?
I'm sorry, I just don't really want to comment on it because like I said, people are going to continue to twist it, and I just don't.
Exactly my point. Like, you have no other reason. You can't think of anything to back that up. Why would you think that we're twisting your words up from the exact words that you just said in your video? I mean, you know what I think? I think she's going to stick with this excuse because maybe that probably makes her feel less guilty than before.
Really want to comment on it anymore. I'm sorry.
No, I know, I understand that. I'm just trying to understand how people twisted it because I haven't seen any.
And she hanged up on me, but I called her again.
Well,
Okay, so let me try it this way.
And she hanged up on me again. So I waited a little bit, let things calm down, and then I called her a third time.
hello.
Hey, I know we talked earlier, and I wanted to see if you had time to think about it.
So after the text you had sent, I really don't think that I will be speaking about it at all. Like I told you several times, I have no comment.
Oh, you mean this text message where I said your no comment speaks volumes?
Okay, well, since you said that, I think that no matter how the public perceives it, either way, you're supposed to be unbiased. So I don't have any comment.
Well, it's kind of hard to be unbiased when you're telling that black people were picking and not making money.
That's the point he's trying to make. And I'm still waiting for you to get to the point where, how are we getting your words twisted up if those were your direct words?
That's something you kind of got to be biased on, because if you're pro-slavery, that's a really bad thing, right?
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but is journalism not something that's unbiased? Like, you can correct me, but is that not correct? Like, I thought journalism is supposed to be unbiased.
Journalism is unbiased, but absolutely. But there's lines, right? Like, if there's a story on, say, Hitler, I'm not going to be pro-Hitler, right? If there's a story on pro-slavery, I'm not going to be pro-slavery. There's certain lines and barriers that you just don't cross because it's just immoral by complete standards. So, yeah, absolutely, I have no problem being unbiased, but, like, those lines I will not cross.
Okay, well, like I said, I have no comment, and please do not call me again.
Okay, are you for slavery?
Okay, so if I would have been unbiased and would have had your kind of mindset, you would have spoken to me. But because I'm against slavery, you're silent. That young lady speaks volumes. Now, for the ones who don't know, she's studying to be a nurse at the Indiana State University. And I'll end it on this. This black queen said hospitals are to black women what cops are to black men. And this person should never be in the care of any human being, especially a black person. My name's Eric Stone. Doses.
Eric Stone, I salute you, bro. When I post this video on my Facebook page, there were a lot of laugh emojis, a lot of laugh reactions. And I was like, what's so funny about this? I tend to give some very funny looking faces every now and then, but this was a very serious matter. So I was wondering, what's so funny about this? So certain people were commenting about my video, about particularly what she said. I forgot her name. I forgot how to pronounce it. I really don't care, but let's focus on the matter at hand. There were comments like, not even close. So I asked them if they could elaborate on that. And another person just commented clown emojis, amusement park emojis like the Ferris wheel. And I was like, okay, what exactly are they saying here? So when I even hit them up, I say, hey, can you guys explain exactly what this comment mean so I could understand it? They never responded. And there's another comment in my last video. She was agreeing with me, but at the same time, still siding with this chick here saying, yeah, Beyonce made country music, but even though she's not country, so you have to be country is a thing these days? Like in order to be accepted in that genre, in that community, in order to make country music, you have to be white? Okay, Beyonce, a black woman created country music. What is the big deal here? There are plenty of other black country singers. What about Charlie Pride? What about Darius Rucker? Oh, here's another thing that you guys might not even like. What about this guy here? Travis Yee. He doesn't look white to me. He doesn't look black to me either. He looks Asian. And he's a country singer. Did anyone on God's green earth ever made a video stating that if you're Asian, you're not country? And I just don't understand. Like, look, country singer / songwriter, born and raised from Las Vegas, Nevada. And he amassed an impressive social media following and has fans from all over the world that enjoy his music. Probably due to the fact that he's an Asian country singer. But you don't see her making a video saying that if you're Asian, you're not country. I just don't understand why so many things have to be triggered towards black people. And on top of that, there's been so many debates for God knows how long over the origin of country music, that I heard that like there's a guy named Jimmy Rogers, like he's called the father of country music. And then there's been so many debates on that about black people creating country music. I can't remember if it was the banjo or the fiddle or something like that. I forgot which one of those instruments were called, but one of those instruments was like one of the earliest instruments in country music. Yeah, like Chuck Berry, Little Richard, they all made country songs with like a little bit of country tunes and R&B, some jazz, some blues, gospel. All that came together. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the history of country music, but all I know is for certain is that somehow African Americans were a part of it. The West African tribes that had like one of the earliest instruments in country music. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look it up, do your homework, do your research. I kid you not. But hey, I digress. But you guys let me know in the comment section below. It's just that music should bring us together, not divide us. It doesn't matter if it's heavy rock, hip hop, gospel, country music, soft rock, alternative rock. What else? Heavy metal, screamo, pop, folk music, indie music, anything. It's therapeutic, not therapeutical. Anywho, you guys get the gist. I'm a person who loves music. It changed my life. I'm sure it changed your life at some point in your life. It may not be now. It may not even be back then. But maybe sooner or later in life, it will. That's how powerful it really is. Music should bring us together, not divide us. I'm out of here. You guys have a great one. I love you. God loves you more. Stay blessed and peace out.